Welcome! Today's session is all about rollback, the second movement in grasping the bird's tail. So let's get started. So the footwork for rollback is simply going from our bow stance. We're going to turn our torso to straight, and then we're going to shift back and turn our torso again. So rollback is a lot of waist movement, and it's also remembering that our torso lean follows our supporting leg. So what does this mean? Our front leg is our support. Remember, we have push and support. So we're pushing from our back leg and supporting with our front leg, okay? So we're leaning into it. When we do roll back, we'll start from the corner and we're going to turn to straight. Then we're going to push back and turn. Again, leaning towards where? That front supporting leg. So we're not going to lean towards empty space. We're going to lean towards this front leg. So it's simply going from our ward off right. We're going to turn, making sure what? We're not turning from our hips. Our hips are going to stay open so that our knees stay in line with our toe direction. Then we can push and shift back. Okay, so this is very important. I'm going to turn the other direction for a moment. As we do this, make sure we have what we call as crotch rounded enough. So from here, even as we turn, we're not going to turn and let that knee come in, right? We're going to keep all of this open, and we're going to turn from our middle body. Then we're going to turn back. See how everything stays this same rounded feeling? We can turn and we can shift back. This is really important. Remember our basics. Strong and stable from our legs, flexible from our middle body, light and airy through the arms. It's going to start now. Okay? Let's do it one more time. Stepping out, right leg forward. Make sure it's a natural bow stance. Then move forward like you did ward off right. First, turn to straight. Then shift and turn back. You want to get into the arms? Okay. All right. So the arms are harder to see from this direction. I'm going to show you from multiple directions and then mirror just so we can really get into it. So what you will see from the traditional direction is that we have our rotating of both arms together, and then we shift and we turn with a little bit of up and down. But you can't really see what's going on there, right? So from this direction, we're going to rotate both arms together. Then we're going to turn and we're going to include a little bit of up and down. One of the biggest points is everything arrives together. Okay, so that means our waist turning, our arms, our weight shifting, everything arrives together. But especially during these transitions, we want to make sure that everything is smooth. So with our mirroring, our right arm is going to be in ward off and our left hand is pressing down, okay? We're going to drop the right arm first. The left arm is easier because it's just going to rotate up to the sky. So as we turn from our waist, we're going to rotate that palm to the sky. The meaning here is grabbing, and we'll get into that in a moment. So we want to think from pushing down, we're going to turn and rotate. Then we're going to turn back, and there's a little bit of upward movement here. Okay, so from our ward off, we've pressed down. We're going to turn to rotate, and then we're going to turn back with a little bit of upward pressure. Okay, with that right arm, we have our beautiful ward off position. It's going to rotate as well. we're going to rotate that whole arm very slowly till the palm almost sits up. It's not sitting up like we would do a push, but it's not facing down. It's in between. Then we're going to turn from our waist and go a little bit down circle. So again, from warding off, make sure elbow and shoulder are down. We're going to slowly transition and rotate till that palm is almost sitting up. Then we'll turn back. So remember, we always want to make sure that everything is moving slowly and we're not just going to come out and then turn last second, okay? We want to make sure that everything slowly rotates together to the corner, and in our final position with our right arm, our torso will be straight and our arm will be to the corner. We're in our own little square box, right? And then when we turn back, our arm and our waist are both going to go to this corner direction. So now let's put both of the arms together. Right arm's in ward off. Left palm has pressed down. So we want to make sure, what are we doing if we don't turn our waist? We're just rotating, right? These movements are just rotating. But what makes it look so different is that when we turn our waist, everything's going to end up over here. Then we're going to turn back. Okay, so again, we start from ward off. Everything is going to rotate together, waist turning. Now we want to make sure we don't turn too far. We're just going to the corner direction. Then we're going to turn back and go to the other corner. Okay, let's do it one more time. From here, transitioning together, both arms rotating, waist turning, then coming back. Roll back. Okay, so what's the meaning? The meaning always helps when we're learning over video, right? So the meaning, we can do this from a single punch as if someone was coming towards us, or we can link it together in our grasping the bird's tail sequence. It's rolling back, sending someone down. So you're grabbing someone's wrist and you're using the center of your forearm to roll back. Roll back. It's like the best way to use gravity against somebody. So as they're coming towards you, you're just going to take them away and send them towards the ground. Okay? But we also have the other meaning of connecting from grasping the bird's tail. So remember, ward off right is using wrist, the grabbing of the wrist and the elbow to control our opponent going up, right? So we're going up and down. What if someone decided to bend their arm? Up and down this way is not going to work anymore, okay? So it only works if the arm is in this position. But as soon as it bends, it's not going to work anymore, okay? This is where the connection between ward off right to roll back and press really comes into play. So if we try this and our opponent bends their arm, we're going to keep that connection to their wrist and their elbow, and we're going to follow them. And then we're going to use it this way. So we're going to send them to the ground this way. So it's like, this didn't work. Oh, you want to go this way? I'll follow you and send you down to the ground this way, okay? So there is multiple meanings. Remember, we want to build like building blocks. We have our 13 postures, including our 8 energies. Ward off, roll back, okay? So let's practice the arms, mirrored again. Just now that we understand the meaning is that if we went from ward off, we went up and down and that didn't work. They bent their arm. Then we turn, keeping connection. And then we're going to turn and send them towards the ground. So it's important to note that when we do this, first, Everything rotates together as we turn. Then we're going to go a little bit down circle as we do a little up and down with the arms. It's not a lot. I'm showing you more to show you what it actually is. It's a little bit. Remember, it takes an ounce to move 1,000 pounds. Just a little bit of deflection in the right way will move anything. Okay? Let's do it with the legs. Let's put it all together. So we start with our right leg forward from our ward off position. I'm going to change positions a couple of times so that you can see from different angles. Right now, note elbow and knee in line from ward off right. Left fingers point to the center of the right forearm, both armpits open. Now, we're going to turn from our waist and rotate our arms, keeping that space exactly the same between your fingers and your forearm, okay? Remember, final position for this transition is right hand to the corner, left palm to the sky, torsos to straight, and we're looking towards that right side. Now, we're going to shift our weight back, turn from your waist, go down circle a little bit for roll back. Final position to the corner direction, and make sure we're not vertical, we're not leaning to empty space, we're leaning towards that front leg a little bit. Ready? One more time from this direction. Right arm up, left fingers point to the center of the forearm for ward off right. Rotate both arms together to the corner direction. Then shift and turn for roll back. Okay, now you can watch one time or join me. I'm going to turn to the other side so you can really see what's going on with the arms. So from here, we start in ward off. Remember, fingertips point to the center of the forearm about a fist distance from your fingertips to your forearm. This is someone's wrist and their elbow is right here. Okay, we start and then we turn to the corner with our arms, torsos to straight. Then we shift back and everything goes to the corner direction. So one more time. From our ward off, elbow and knee in line, turning to the corner, shift back to the other corner. Roll back. The second movement in grasping the bird's tail sequence. So roll back can be broken down into 2 steps. Okay, so we start at ward off right. Our torso is open, our elbow is in line with our knee, and our fingers point towards our forearm. Step number 1, weight does not change in the lower body. We're going to turn from our waist and we're going to rotate both arms so that we end up with our left palm to the sky, our right hand to the corner, and our torso to straight. Step 2, weight shifting back, waist turning, arms coming to the corner direction. Final position, leaning towards our supporting leg. Torso is now open and arms, that right arm points to the corner as well. Let's do it again. Ward off, elbow and knee. Fingers point to the forearm, looking ahead. Waist turning, arms rotate. Gaze follows the arms to the corner. Shifting your weight back, turn from your waist, arms go down, circle a little bit. Okay, again, setting up, ward off right, roll back, rotate and turn from your waist. Shift your weight back, turn from your waist, arms go down circle a little bit. Let's start this time though, let's start from that back position of ward off, okay? So from here, just to get in that little bit extra, ward off right, up and down, move together. roll back, rotate and turn, and then shift back. Okay, again, from ward off, we're going to include that up and down, left arm's out in front, right arm's bent underneath, up and down go together. Then we rotate, everything turning, find that little circle, and then at the end, up and down go together for roll back. Okay, warding off. Let's reset. Up and down together. Roll back. And turn. Okay, so that means our next movement is going to be press. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed today's session. Remember, if you found value in this content, hit that like button, subscribe to my channel for more videos just like this, and if you had any questions, drop them in the comments below. Thank you so much for joining me. Remember, if you'd like more information on the great new things coming soon, visit my website, ladytaichi.com, where you can subscribe to the newsletter. Thank you so much for being here. I hope to see you again soon.